All right, how you doing? So this is on the subject about idolatry, and not to get caught up too much into certain things or whatever, and to maintain your daily order of business. All right, and people, these different news outlets, newspapers, and so forth, or public media, publishing companies, pundits, even YouTube. Okay, outlets, these social media. All right, will sit and make one subject. I'm not saying that these subjects are not important, and they blow it all out of proportion. Why? Because it's all about getting or selling newspapers. It's all about ratings. All right, views and likes. All right? That's how these different publishing companies are able to stay afloat. And you, their viewer, really need to be careful not to get caught up in idolatry. All right. Although sometimes, I have a couple of people that I have a problem with, but I just say what I say and be done with it. Okay. So I just know that the people that I have a problem with, it'll probably take a little time and it's probably going to end up playing itself out. All right. But you cannot let it be, if you have a problem, be so much of a burden to where it's going to disrupt your family or whatever that you do. All right. Your daily or business, your faith in the Most High. All right. And the faith in the Most High should be the top priority anyway. So that being said, I want to talk about these stories that's been trending for about, I don't know, a week now, that I see on my YouTube. Herschel Walker and Nuri Martinez. All right. So I'm going to I'm going to do a double whammy today. All right. Both of them are going to get knocked in the head. All right. About number one, something about Herschel Walker with all these affairs with women. I guess, he was knocking up women and wasn't taking care of the family that he already has. Paid for a woman's abortion or something to that effect. All right. And basically what they're doing, they're dragging this guy through the mud. I don't know if he pissed somebody off or maybe it's just another party that don't want to see Herschel Walker, he's trying to be, the senator of Georgia. Okay. I mean, they brought up the fact that he didn't graduate from University of Georgia. He was not a valedictorian. And I guess wearing a sheriff's badge, you're not even a sheriff. Okay. Or why he does what he does. All right. Well, it's all about padding up his resume. Okay. Beefing up his resume. And I've done it. Many other people have done it, but not that to that extreme. Okay, but number one, you need to know that people has his ways of fact checking. For example, that you, Mr. President, all right, when I talked to those guys over there, the Alpha guys at Norfolk State, when they said, I told them that you was the president of the entire Alpha Phi Alpha, well, they say that your name doesn't resonate. So I think that you were lying. I don't know what type of chapter that you was involved in. Probably what? The Faggy Phi Faggy chapter, all right? Of what? I think you lying there, Mr. President. But anyway, somebody wants to see Herschel Walker disqualified. And I'm understanding he hasn't done that bad, all right? In whatever debates that he had against another brother, all right? It's really nothing but a modern day boxing match, okay? Another day chicken fight, all right? During one slave against the next slave. That's all it is, okay? And these white folks, all right, that they're merely entertained, and that's the way that we have to look at it. He's a businessman. He's gonna he done sold out, all right. He gonna get the vote, and he gonna get his. He'll probably put whatever agenda that he's gonna put in there, all right. Maybe, maybe not, all right. But I think that in the end of the day, whether he makes it or not, he's going to get cooked and doesn't even realize it. He may not even realize that right now. Okay? Let me move on to Nuri Martinez. All right, she is my understanding was a council president of the city council in Los Angeles, California. All right, I guess got caught. She was a force of nature though too. I heard some of her speeches about the way that she was handling COVID and so forth. All right, and putting the stuff out. She was doing her thing, you know. Uh, but I guess what it is her and three other council members that are under evaluation to be removed as well were making some, I guess, some racial comments that were found not amusing. Okay, that got out, that leaked out on a secretly recorded tape, and she ended up having to resign. This is Mrs. Martinez. I gotta tell you, she's a fine ass racist though. You know what I'm saying? Kind of favor my ex-wife though. You know. So, and you know that the classy people, those are probably the worst ones. All right. Uh, there's also a story behind that because looking at different reports is it's kind of like almost like gerrymandering because they wanted to get her out of office. When I said they, the people of LA, many of the people that elected her, because what she wanted to do was try to rearrange the zones in that city for personal, you know, for the next vote, basically, because it's all really about the next vote. Okay, so that's what she trying to do, and them folks out there were not having it. Okay, but I'm really a master of how they use women in politics. It's kind of like they use these women as a pawn. Okay, and there's a certain structure or order. If you look like me, we're at the bottom. If you're on the Republican side, you're pretty much non-existent. And you know, actually, that people that look like me that started the GOP party, I don't know if you guys knew that, 1860. Look it up. If you're on the Democratic side, you're at the bottom, okay? Non-existent on one side, at the bottom, unless you get the vote, okay? Unless you give them their vote, they get what they want out of you on the Democratic side, and then after that, they treat you like you don't exist. And people still don't see that after 60 years. And let me say this. The way that they use that woman in politics is kind of like they use her, all right, to pretty much to push an agenda. But I think when you get a more understanding about how they use many of these women uh, in politics, okay, I guess in many of these women or these people, but if you know their name, they probably did something. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's all there is for a woman, you know, not just to get a job, but to keep a job in politics. Okay. So I think you get more of an understanding about how that works. But at the end of the day, these people done sold out. Many of them don't care about it, but a good 90% don't care. And they're business people. They get elected in office. They make agendas, whatever agendas that they want to make. All right, or they're being puppeted. If that agenda works, they get handsomely compensated while they're working out kickbacks and so forth. All right. If it doesn't, okay, or if you piss off the wrong person, if you're not taking care of business, they're going to remove you. All right. And everybody got a file. All right. Even myself, I have a file. Everybody's got a file. And I guess it's just a matter of time before they pull that file out. And through this, but especially like with blacks, minorities, and women, it goes to show that really, end of the day, no matter what you do, that you're at the bottom. So please don't get caught up in these politics and get caught up in the emotions and so forth because, all right, this is what they're going to do when they get in office. All right. So it's basically, it's on you. All right. You control your own destiny. Now, let me know what you think about the video here. Keep the Most High first, so too. Again, over any type of idols. All right. Thou shalt not worship any idols above me. As they say in the book of, let's see here, Exodus.